never be no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen.
All right. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, so the coach is going to be a little proactive because, I know what people are going to come to me and say, well, Coach, she going to fight Leslie Smith and, all her opponents got, she got a lot of opponents with, less than 2 fights and 2 wins. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me kick facts to y'all, okay? A lot of those opponents that she faced, they got a whole hell of a lot more than 2 fights. See, when you guys go to SureDog, you have to you have to use some common sense, okay? First of all, you got to look at the geographical location of where the fighter's at, man. SureDog, they can't report on everything. And it's like, I can't even believe that I have to have this conversation, but, I do, because sometimes people on YouTube, you have to break everything down to a fine science, okay? Just like Antonina Shevchenko. SureDog report that she's only had like 1 or 2 MMA fights, but she's had many more fights than that. But you got to look at where Antonina was having these fights at. She having these fights overseas, man, and a lot of the organizations that they were a part of, they really just like crazy stuff. Like when they went over there to Japan, you fight in Japan, hell, you fight at your own risk over there, because hell, they might say you lost the fight that you won. I mean, there are a lot of things. But I can tell you, these opponents that was on that jungle fight circuit, them girls, they've been fighting for a long time. And you can actually see the level of skill. And I'm sorry, some of those fighters with that level of skill that they're displaying, they got more than 2 damn fights, okay? SureDog is just like you and I. They go and they look up fights, and they can only find the fight that they find. That's it. It's totally preposterous to think that... this girl, and it's people leaving comments, not on my particular channel, but they're leaving it on some of these major publications. Oh, this girl is a bum. Oh, really? Okay, then how many fights in Brazil do you guys know about? No, because all these guys, they go and they look at SureDog. Like SureDog is the official Bible. No, it's not. It's not. I hate to break that to y'all. SureDog is a source that they've got some information, but SureDog don't got everything, okay? I've had to go to other places other than SureDog to get information on fighters that have fights. I mean, I've had to dig up videos. I mean, and even I found 2 of her fights that they didn't even record because they were underground fights. People, they underground fights. And those underground fights against some of those opponents that I keep telling y'all, those fights, they don't get recorded, because they're not thought of as a real fight. But let me tell y'all something. If y'all think for 1 minute that this girl not a game opponent, then a few of you guys, y'all crazy. Okay? Because I already know what's going to be said. I already know this. Because, when I read these articles, I also read the comments that people, and the consensus is, okay, well, this girl's a bum. She ain't fought nobody. Okay? Like I said before, you put anybody in the octagon in the bantamweight division against some of those same opponents, they're going to struggle. Those girls, they not just bums off the street. These are girls that's been fighting. They got to fight to eat. And when I tell you, when you fight against fighters that have been fighting to eat most of their life, them fighters going to take you to hell and back. You might win, but damn it, it ain't finna be an easy victory where you walking over them that you're going to dominate. That's not how it works. When you got somebody with a purpose, when this is their mode of survival, see, fights have a different meaning. They have a whole lot different meaning, okay? That's just how it is. When you're in these countries, and a lot of these third world countries, and parts of them are just poor, and all you know how to do is fight, I'm telling you, has a different meaning. Has a pure different meaning. And I think Amanda Nunes has forgotten it. I think Amanda Nunes has literally forgotten it. And I know I'm a Nunes fan. I'm a huge Amanda Nunes fan. But I think she's forgotten it. I think Amanda Nunes has become so Americanized. I think she's become so Americanized that she's forgotten that actual hunger that made her into the fighter that she was. Y'all remember Amanda Nunes about 5 or 6 years ago? Now, man, she was nasty. I'm talking about Amanda Nunes 5 or 6 years ago. Good grief, man. That girl was hungry. That girl would do it all. But see, it's like when these fighters, they get these belts and they become the champion, they lose that hunger. And it's like they turn from, you know, them being hungry to them trying to keep the belt. I hope if Valentina should win the belt, I hope Valentina don't lose that hunger. I hope Valentina Shevchenko don't go and start, you know, ducking top contenders. I hope she don't do that. I hope Valentina continues to keep that hunger. If Amanda Lemos, if she gets her first victory in the UFC, I hope that she doesn't lose that hunger. I hope that she keeps that fire that's taken her this far. And that's the problem that I see with fighters on any platform, is that they become a champion and then they start setting back, just losing the hunger and the fire and the passion that got them to point A. I mean, I see that. And it's really a shame, because they think about money, but see, a lot of fighters don't get it. When you fight for legacy, money comes after the legacy. That's all you got to do is take tough fights. And people going to pay to see you. You're going to make millions because you're a legacy fighter. And I think that's what Valentina, I hope that's what Valentina Shevchenko becomes. I hope that's what Amanda Lemos becomes. I hope. You got your fighters like Tanya Evinger. They're throwback fighters. You got Chris Cyborg. They'll fight any damn body. They don't care. Tanya Evinger don't give a damn. And that's why. That's why the coach, I got to roll with Tanya. I got to rock with her. At first, I didn't understand. You know, I didn't understand. But then Tanya got back in there with Kunaskana. Okay, she got back in there. She avenged that loss. Because in Tanya's mind, it was a loss. I know she said, well, I ain't lose. But in her mind, she felt like, hell, I lost. I got to fight her again. And she did. I got to respect her. You got these throwback fighters who will fight any damn body. And they don't care. They're not making up a bunch of damn excuses. You have them. They're there. And you know, I think this Lemos girl is a fighter who will fight anybody. And if she ever gets to the accolade of being a champion, don't lose that fight to eat. See, people, they give Floyd Mayweather a hard time. But you know what? One thing I will say about Floyd Mayweather, and I'm not a Mayweather supporter by any, but I'll give you this. I'll give him this. Every time this man has a fight, he fight like he still ain't got no food to eat. Floyd Mayweather fights like he gotta eat. He trains like he gotta eat. Like he trains like his whole life depends on it. But I just think Amanda Nunes has lost sight of that. I think she has. I think her whole focus is gone. She's Americanized. I mean, she's settling down with the girlfriend. And it's like she's becoming normalized. I probably won't expect to see Amanda Nunes for a whole nother year in fighting. I think she gonna get another payday and Amanda Nunes out of there. That's just how it is. But you guys tell me what you think. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.